What's good, family? I have decided to go live. We just came off of our broadcast with breaking the silence. For you have a voice, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Can y'all hear me correctly for those who are joining? So I just came off of a live, but I wanted to jump in on this live while I was still fresh. As always, we have a topic on what we are doing, and then we decide to venture off into other areas, and then we try to tie it back in if possible. For those who are watching on Facebook, note that we are also on YouTube, so you can hit me up on there, and we are currently live on YouTube as well. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button. Please comment, say what's up, how you doing, all that good stuff. Subscribe, and then and if you are on Facebook, go ahead and do that. Hit that like button so we can get those likes up and keep going. So the answer to the question we're going to deal with is, should relationship be 50-50, or should not even relationship, but should we talking about in general equality as far as 50-50 as far as relationship? And I intentionally remain quiet because a lot of times I run into these things, half cock, full cock, whatever, and you just kind of say a lot of stuff, but I just kind of wanted to think and let this thing marinate. And then I went ahead and got into it after everybody had said their piece, and it kind of did my piece. Now, just for me personally, I don't believe in gender roles as far as in the family. If you know how to cook better than your husband, your wife or your husband or whatever, then maybe you should be the cook if you want to make sure you have some good meals. If you clean or do certain things better than your spouse. Now, that's not to say that the one that doesn't do well in that area shouldn't kind of try to step their game up, but you don't want somebody who is not good in a certain area. I don't to do certain things and continue to do those things. Also, for example, finance-wise, if you're not good at finances and your husband's not good at finances, then why are you the one doing the finances and making a hot mess? Yes, you should be able to help that other person kind of get to where they want to go and start being better in their finances if that's what they want to do. But yeah, you can, that's something to consider. So those are kind of my thoughts with it. But what I did not want, this is what I did not want, because there's a certain thing, and I coined the phrase modern day slavery as it pertains to marriage, whereas men are in the kitchen, men are doing the household duties, wives doing certain things, and it goes both ways. And then they're also expected to do the stuff outside and inside. You're doing all the stuff for the house. What is that other person doing? We have to ask those questions. Like, okay, what are you doing? Is it just about this, or is it about that? I mean, what's going on? And so, those things are kind of came out into that subject. But lastly, we got into stuff like child support and equality there. And my thing is, I had made the statement that when it comes to deadbeats, as far as percentage wise, when women have to pay child support, the majority of them don't, more so than men. So but although the quantity for men is more because women typically retain the children, so therefore the man has to usually pay some child support. But when the roles are reversed and the woman has to pay the child support, it doesn't always go well. They don't usually feel the need that they have to pay for whatever reason. Ultimately, it's about investment. And that was my thing. It's about what you invest into your relationship, into your spouse, and what you guys agree to. And there's no real hard and fast rule on what what people should say that you do or don't do in those type things. So that was my whole thing, really, as far as this thing. But we got into the equality part of how people perceive relationships when it comes to infidelity. One statement that was made, and I'll add the video in the comments so you can kind of a link to the video in the comments so you can kind of, if you want to listen to it. It's about an hour long. We had a good time. It's a panel of about 5 of us, 3 women, 2 men, and so we all had. And I don't always agree with the women. I don't always agree with the men, and sometimes I don't always agree with anybody. You have your own personal point of view. But as it pertained to infidelity and child support and different things like that, we're like, okay, if women are to get happy you know, over the fact that the man who lay with this woman is supposed to be paying some type of spousal support or financial support or child support, whatever it is, then don't be upset when you see somebody else in society, you know, different. We name certain people where the woman had to actually pay the man, and women get upset with that, you know, and men are like, okay, yeah, we've been doing it for years for these different celebrities, then it should be okay. But as it pertains to infidelity, we talked about how if their statement, some of the ladies' statement was, if a man cheats, if a man messes up, then the woman is more likely to forgive him, and it takes really like a whole bunch of times before before the lady decides she wants to move on. And my thing, but if the woman messes up, it's pretty much one and done. Once she messes up, it's over. And I say I agree with you. I 100% agree with you, because I know for the fact I'm done. If Shalana decides that she want to step out, I'm gone. All right, and she already know, because I'm not dealing with that now. Because I love God first and I love my wife, I'm not stepping out on her. But psychologically, I think what it is, and this is my piece, and one of the reasons why I wanted to jump on here real quick, that's just to give you kind of rundown on the show, and just to talk to you about watching the show, because it was a good show. My piece is that women are more inclined and in tune with their emotions, the ups and downs, the emotional highs and lows. They love, and when they love, they really feel it. It's a very emotional thing. And so they're able to handle those things, and they're able to forgive the man, and they'll convince themselves that he's not going to do it anymore. And so they'll go ahead and make sure that their heart is right, and they're going to give them another chance. And sometimes it is financial, you know, they may not have certain things in their life that where they feel comfortable. April, I see you. Appreciate you. Thanks for answering. April says yes to the question of should relationships be 50-50. So she may not have certain things set up in her life. She may not be financially stable. And so sometimes she decides she wants to stay with that guy. But on the other hand, if the guy messes up, and if the wife messes up and she steps outside of the marriage and she cheats and stuff like that, these guys are usually gone. They gone. They're not coming back. They'll forgive you only to the point where they'll forgive you all the way up to you. They'll still forgive you, but they don't want to be involved, because psychologically most men can't handle the fact that somebody else was with their wife, and because you feel a sense of ownership or being one with that person, and you feel like that's been violated. And so, you know, they tend to go ahead and quickly move on, you know, move out, and they'll disconnect themselves, because men don't always have that emotional connection. All right, let's see. Thomas, okay, Thomas, you know, my Spanish ain't that good, but good afternoon, good evening. I hope that's good. How you doing? I hope that's what you're saying. Yeah, good evening is probably what you're saying. That's English, my bad. But in any case, so that's the show, and so I'll post the link in the show. You can chime in. We do the show every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And so it was a wonderful show. And I just want to get your understanding. What are your thoughts on gender equality and relationships and different things like that? Matter of fact, if you can hold on for a second, I will post the link to the show right now. So just give me one quick second. Talk amongst yourself. Go ahead and put that information in the comments or whatever. There we go. So, there we go. Let me copy this page over. Just give me one quick second. Here's live TV for you, fam. Hope everyone's doing well. All right, so I'm gonna post that. I'll add it to. Can I add it here? Yeah, let's edit this. So I'll add the show there. So that's the show, and you can check that out at your leisure. Come back here and post on your comments. Listen, if you disagree with anything that I have to say, that's fine. It's okay. We still family. We still all love. But ultimately, I want us to be able to be better and note that. I mean, sometimes. Okay, look. from my perspective, in relationships, people want their cake and eat it too. A lot of times people want the most out of it, but give the least. And like I said before, and I said it in the video, that relationships are an investment. Relationship with your children, an investment. We talked about when, as it pertains to children and child support and different things like that. I never had an issue in my mind paying child support. And then one of the comments was like, look, man, guys should be able to say what the wife should be able to do with their child support and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, I disagree, man. Just go ahead. It's not my responsibility to know what you're going to do with that particular money. I just got to know that I'm giving it, and I pray that the person that I created this child with is going to do the right thing with it. And likewise, when the time came for me to receive child support, then I did the same thing, make sure I was responsible for what I did. And even now, after one of my children got older, and I no longer had to pay, I'll still pay him some money because he's in school, he's in college, he's doing his thing there. But in any case, we talked about that, and then what else did we talk about? So no gender roles. I put 50-50 as far as the question, but in their thing, the going position was that relationships are not 50-50 because everybody comes in with 100%. So it should be 100%, 100%. And so that was the going in position. My thing was just being consistent in certain roles. One of the guys asked the question about, do you believe that there are still gender roles? And most people believe that no, there are no gender roles. Whatever needs to be done needs to be done. Just a quick testimony, and I said it in my piece, and I'm gonna get out of here real quick because we've been on for about 12 minutes or so. When I think was in middle school, I wanted to learn how to cook from my mom. My mom's a great cook. She bakes stuff. I'm a little bit of a foodie as it is anyway. So I was like, look, Mom, teach me how to cook. She's like, no, I'm not teaching you how to cook. I think I was like maybe 10 or something like that, maybe 8 or 10. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna teach you how to cook. I'm like, what do you mean? No, it can't be 8 or 10. It must be middle school, like 8th grade or something like that. In any case, she didn't want to teach me. But I said to myself, even at this age, 12, 13 years old, I said, I did not want to be dependent on another human being for my source and how to do life and things like that. So when time came for school and you had to select your classes, I selected a home ec class. I wanted to be able to know how to do certain things and sew and cook and do certain things that a lot of men don't normally do. But I did not want to be, dependent on a woman to do that, because if I got with her, I wanted to be more than just with that physical aspect of it. And it helped me out in my life, my single life. I was able to, take care of my clothes and iron and clean and do everything. And it was a benefit when I got into the relationship and stuff like that. But my mom had these ideas that, hey, you shouldn't be in this kitchen, those type of things, because she was old school. But I didn't have that mindset. So now fast forward, as my boys get older, they know how to iron, they know how to clean, they wash their own clothes, they fold their own clothes. I think one of them may even know how to sew a little bit, to sew certain things up. They cook and they eat their own food, and they should, because they eat a lot. So they need to learn how to eat, how to cook. But it's just wise, and because you don't want to be dependent on a person. You want to be independent and enjoy them for what they're able to bring to the table, whatever the table is and whatever they're bringing to it. It really just their whole heart, and they love for you and love for God, if we're completely honest. But in any case, that was the gist of it. That was my testimony. There were some disagreements. Devola, she always got something to say. Devola's not a panel member, but she might as well be, because she always just want to go against everything that I put out there. But in any case, all of them are good people. We don't always agree with everybody, but that's what makes the show more entertaining. So listen, check it out. But I just wanted to kind of jump on there, get your opinions, see what you guys had to say, see what you guys were thinking about, how you feel. First of all, how you feel this morning. Hope you're doing in the morning, this afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this. Listen, have a blessed day. Listen, if I said anything that you like or find somewhat entertaining, just go ahead and drop a like on there. I would greatly appreciate that. I really do. And then if you're not on YouTube, please find me on YouTube, 365 ATR, and consider commenting and subscribing to a particular channel. And also, if you're not already following the 365 ATR page on Facebook, consider subscribing there. Listen, I've been long, you've been very patient, and I pray that I earn the value of your time. Listen, go in peace. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed, and let's communicate and continue to love on each other and give 100% of ourselves and be the best version of ourselves as we go forward. Have a wonderful day. God bless you and keep you. April, Thomas, God bless you. I see your comments and bless you for being on here. God bless and keep April. Be on there. Elder Lorraine Brown, thank you for being on here. Bless you. Thomas, I pray for you guys. And I love you. See, I'm doing the benediction, Elder, and you came in with the stuff. So I think you should be as one working together. That's a beautiful comment. The two become one flesh and they work together. And you can't really do anything if there is any division. And that's the problem with these relationships nowadays. Everybody has their own agenda, and it's not the agenda of God. And so, or what God would have for that particular family. And so we really got to continue to focus on working together. Because if everybody's moving in the right direction, there's no division, and you get there a lot faster. If I'm trying to move in a direction and you going that way and we're still stuck together, we ain't really moving too far. We ain't going anywhere. And God will have us move in the right direction. God, watch over April, Father. Keep her, bless her, Lord, in every aspect of her life and everything that you just find to in her life for her to do, Father. Allow her to be anointed. Watch over Thomas, Father. Let him be enriched, Father, and have the overflow in his life, Father. Allow him to have no lack as well. Father, we ask you to pray for Elder Brown, Lorraine Brown, Father. We ask you to keep her, bless her, Father. Give her long life and strength. Allow her to have the anointing that only you can provide, Father, for such a time as this, so that we can have the overflow in her life and we can receive the best from her as well. Father, if there's any other comments from anybody who posted here, we thank you, Lord, for them being here and allowing them to share and connect with us at this time. All right, so listen, I'm out. I put the link in the description so you guys have that. If you have any comments or whatever, let me know. I'll come back and check this out. Hope you're doing well. All right, I'm getting out of here. Have a wonderful day. Oh, yeah, find the right button. Bye.